voice on them that's going to, power boost them into whatever greatness they're supposed to have. I don't just do it because it's the right thing to do. I do it because it's my job. I don't just do it because it feels good. I do it because I'm supposed to do it. I don't do it. It's not volunteer work. This is not charity. It is literally a mission that I know God wants me to pursue. And it's an opportunity. It's such an opportunity. You have so many children in your community who are talented and extraordinary, and you got to grab them before the devil does. If you don't get your hands on them, the devil going to grab them, and they're going to turn into a thug. They're going to turn into a hoochie mama. They're going to turn into some little wannabe white, corporate executive who's kissing asses to get ahead and screwing over everybody. They're going to turn into something other than an asset, right? So every child is an opportunity. Every child is a chance to invest, and I really encourage you to think that way. So I love fatherhood. I love being a dad. Every time I get to be a dad for even 10 minutes with a kid, my goal is to be dad of the year because to me ain't no greater honor in the black community other than being a mother or a father. So anyway, so back to the children. So here's the deal. There is how many of you have seen, let me know if you've seen this. There is a lot of growing statistical evidence at this particular moment that college graduates are screwed in this job market. How many of you have seen this evidence we've been talking about this for about 2 years now, ever since ChatGPT jumped on the scene. AI is all the rage. AI is everywhere, and AI is replacing jobs. And I'm going to read you some stats to help you understand this is happening. And of course, we're solution oriented, so we'll talk about that as well. But basically, because of AI, a lot of young college grads are not getting hired, especially for entry level jobs. There's an article in the Washington Post that I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it up so I can share my screen so you guys can see it. And hold on. Okay. All right. Okay, boys, we're gonna share this screen and we're gonna do it right. Okay. All right. So here is the article. I'm going to put up on the screen so you guys can see it. We'll look at some of it, and then I'm going to give you some stats to kind of back this up. And of course, I hope none of you were surprised by any of this. This is a long time coming. So it says here, facing entry-level job crunch, new grads question the value of a degree. So basically, they always start these articles by telling someone's story. So they start off with Maggie Chen. Of course, they ain't talking about Shaniqua Jackson. They're talking about Maggie Chen. And then now, if Maggie Chen can't get a job, then you know Shaniqua ain't gonna get the job. You know Tyrone ain't gonna get the job. So Maggie Chen's been searching for her first real job. The process has been grueling and impersonal. She said, involving a lot of ghosting and rejection, which at times made her feel a bit depressed and demotivated. I'm gonna highlight this right here, right? So what you know where they're getting at, right? The title tells you where they're going. They always start off with a story and then they introduce the broader trend. But I want you to focus on this part right here. A bit depressed and demotivated. See, one of the problems with this generation, with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, is for whatever reason, and I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if it's the food, I don't know if it's the politics, I don't know if it's just the pandemic, but they're really struggling with mental health. They're really struggling. Has anybody noticed this? Has anybody noticed there's something like they're just not built like us? I was born in the '70s. I'm Gen X, I think. Yeah, Gen X. And we knew didn't nobody give a damn about you. Like we were tough. We did really drink straight off the water hose and come in when the street lights went out, and we were latchkey kids. And some of us got our ass whooped when we got in trouble, right?